Now, non-polar and polar molecules. So, what are the non-polar and polar molecules? So, if the center of positive and negative charges are same at one point, then that molecules are known as non-polar molecules. Again I repeat, if the center of positive and negative charges are at the same point, right, then that molecules are known as non-polar molecules. The example of non-polar molecule is CO2, right, because in CO2 the center of positive and negative charges are at the same place. Now, what is polar molecules? So, if the center of positive and negative charges are not concave, or we can say are not at the same place, so that molecules are known as polar molecules. The example of polar molecule is HCl, right? Cl, this is H plus and this is Cl minus, right? So here the center of positive and negative charges are not concave, or we can say are not at the same place. So here there is a distance between positive and negative charges. So these molecules are known as polar molecules, right? So what is polar molecules? So polar molecules are like this: if positive and negative charges, or we can say the center of positive and negative charges are not concave, or we can say are not at the same place, then that are known as the polar molecules. And if the center of positive and negative charge is concave, or we can say at the same point, then that molecules are known as non-polar molecules, like CO2, right? You are already discussed about polar and non-polar molecules in chemistry, right? Now we move forward to our next topic, that is torque acting on dipole due to external electric field. So the question is like this: obtain the expression of torque acting on dipole due to the external electric field, right? So here we have to prove the formula of torque acting on a dipole due to external electric field, right? Or we can say uniform external electric field, right? So here the electric field is uniform. So the question is also like this: obtain the equation of torque acting on dipole due to uniform external electric field. So see here friends, this is the, or we can say this is the dipole, or we can draw like this. See friends, this is the dipole, this is plus q and this is minus q. The distance between plus q and minus q is 2a. Now here the electric field is uniform. We already discussed that in uniform electric field the electric field lines are parallel and at equidistant. So the electric field is like this, right, in this direction, like this. Now this is the uniform electric field. Now we know that here there will be a force on charge plus q and minus q. So the direction of force for positive charge, the direction of force is in the direction of electric field, and for negative charge at opposite direction of electric field, right? So this is the force on charge plus Q. So here the force is plus Q, and the force on charge minus Q is minus Q, right? So you have to write this sentence like this. First of all, you have to draw the figure. Here this is the uniform external electric field. Here we placed electric dipole in a uniform external electric field. So here the force on charge plus Q is plus Q in the direction of electric field, and the force on charge minus Q is in opposite direction of electric field, and the force is minus Q, right? So you have to write the statement like this. As shown in figure, electric dipole is placed in uniform external electric field. Next one. Here the force on charge plus Q is plus QE in the direction of electric field, and the force on charge minus Q is minus QE in the opposite direction of electric field. Now next sentence is, so the net force is 0, right? Because the force on charge plus Q is, so here we can write like this, the force on charge plus Q is plus QE, and the force on charge minus Q is minus QE. So total force F is equals to F plus Q plus F minus Q. So QE plus minus QE. So total force is 0. So the net force is 0. Right? Now here, see friends, here the direction of force is opposite. See here, plus QE in upward direction, or we can say the direction in the electric field, and minus Q is the force which is opposite to the electric field, and there is a distance between this force. So if there is a distance between this force, then there will be a torque, right? So here the direction of force is opposite, and there is a difference, or we can say here there is some distance between these forces. So this will result into torque. So the statement is like this. Here the direction of force is opposite, and there is a distance between these forces. So this will result into torque. Now we know the equation of torque. Torque is equals to R cross F, right? We already discussed in standard 11. Or we can also write that torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance between forces, right? So torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance between the forces. So here torque tau is equals to force. So here the force is F, or we can say F is equals to QE, right? So here the force is QE, and the perpendicular distance between the force. So here the perpendicular distance between the force is 2a sin theta, right? Like this component. So here the perpendicular distance between the force is 2a sin theta. So the force is QE, and the perpendicular distance between the force is 2a sin theta. So here we can arrange like this. Torque tau is equals to QE 2a sin theta. right? But we know that, friends, q into 2a is p. So here we arrange like this: torque tau is equals to q into 2a into e sin theta. So here q into 2a is p. So but q into 2a is equals to p. So torque tau is equals to p e sin theta, right? So here we can write that torque tau is equals to p e sin theta, and we know that p is the electric dipole moment, e is the electric field. So here there is a sin theta. So here there is a vector product between two vectors. So here we can write that torque tau is equals to vector p cross vector e. So here torque is a vector quantity. So this is the formula of torque. Tau is equals to pe sin theta, or we can say vector tau is equals to vector p cross vector e. Again, see here, friends. Here we place electric dipole in uniform external electric field. So here the force on charge plus q is plus QE in the direction of electric field, and the force on minus q is minus QE opposite to the electric field. So here the net force is 0. Why? Because F plus q is plus QE, F minus q is minus QE. So total force F is equals to F plus q plus F minus q. So QE plus minus QE. So total, or we can say the net force is 0. So here the net force is 0. But see, friends, the direction of force is opposite, and there is some distance between the forces. So if there is a distance between the forces, then that will result into the torque. So torque tau is equals to force into perpendicular distance between the forces. So force F is equals to QE. The perpendicular distance between the forces is 2a sin theta. So QE 2a sin theta. But we know that Q into 2a is P, right? So we can write that Q into bracket 2a e sin theta. But Q into 2a p. So torque tau is equals to p e sin theta. Now we know that P is the electric dipole moment, and capital E is electric field. Both are vector quantities, and sin theta. So here there is a vector product between two vectors. So vector tau is equals to vector p cross vector e, and you have to remember the formula. Torque tau is equals to pe sin theta, right? So this is the equation of torque acting on a dipole due to uniform external electric field, right? Now we will discuss some example. Now see, friends, first of all, illustration number 10. Illustration number 10. Now see the question. Two charges plus or minus 10 microcoulomb are placed 5 mm apart. Determine the electric field A at a point P on the axis of dipole 15 cm away from its center. So here we have to find out electric field on the axis. So already we know the formula of electric field on axis. E is equals to 2kp upon r cube. And B, a point Q 15 cm away from point O on a line passing through O and normal to the axis of dipole as shown in figure. So this is on the equatorial. So we have to find out the electric field on the axis and electric field on a equator. Now we already know the formula. Electric field on the axis given by E is equals to 2kp upon r cube, and electric field at equator E is equals to kp upon r cube. So here the charge is given, Q is equals to 10 microcoulomb. So the magnitude of charge Q is equals to 10 microcoulomb. So 10 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. Here these charges are placed 5 millimeter apart, right? So here the distance between the charges. So here the distance between charge is given by 2a, right? So here 2a is 5 millimeter. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter, right? Because here there are two charges. So the figure is like this. This is plus q, this is minus q. And we know that the distance between these charges is 2a. So here 2a is given 5 millimeter. So here the charge q 10 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. The distance between two charge 2a is given 5 millimeter. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Here we have to find out the electric field on the axis, and the distance is 15 centimeter away. So here r is equals to 15 centimeter. So 15 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, right? So we have to find out electric field on the axis. So EF, that means electric field on the axis. So E is equals to 2kp upon r cube, right? And we know that P is equals to Q into 2a, right? So we can also write that 2k, P is equals to Q into 2a upon r cube. So here 2 as it is, value of k 9 into 10 raised to 9, value of q 10 into 10 raised to minus 6, value of 2a 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 upon r cube. So 15 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole cube. So after the calculation you will get electric field on the axis 2.6 into 10 raised to 5. 2.6 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb, right? So the electric field on the axis is 2.6 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. Now we have to find out electric field on the equator, right? So here electric field on the equator at distance 15 centimeter, right? So here electric field on the equator, the formula is E is equals to kp upon r cube, right? So we know P is equals to Q into 2a, so kp Q into 2a upon r cube. So the value of k is 9 into 10 raised to 9, q 10 into 10 raised to minus 6, value of 2a 5 into 10 raised to minus 3, and value of r 15 centimeters. So 15 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole cube. So we will get electric field on the equator is 1.3 into 10 raised to 5. So 1.3 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb, right? So here if we know the formula of electric field on the axis and electric field on the equator, then we can easily calculate this example, right? Okay. Now we will move forward to our next example, that is okay, example number 9. So example number 9. See the question. A system of two charges. So here the charges are given QA 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb. So QA 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb, and QB is given minus 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb. So here electric dipole is there because here equal and opposite charges are there. Located at the point A 0 0 minus 15 centimeter and B 0 0 plus 15 centimeter. So here RA 0 0 minus 15 centimeter and RB 0 0 plus 15 centimeter, right? Now what are the total charge and electric dipole moment of a system? So here we have to find out the total charge and the electric dipole moment. So here total charge is, so total charge Q is equals to QA plus QB. So see here the value of QA and QB are same, but QB is negative. So total charge Q is equals to 0 coulomb, right? Now we have to find out the electric dipole moment. The formula of electric dipole moment is P is equals to Q into 2A. So Q as it is, here 2A is the distance between two charges, that is RA minus RB, right? So we know the magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7. Here RA is 0 0 minus 15, but here we have to convert this 15 centimeter into meter. So we will get 0 0 minus 0.15, right? So like this 0 0 minus 0.15 minus 0 0 0.15, right? So see here friends, minus 0.15 minus 0.15, so total minus 0.30, right? So after the calculation you will get electric dipole moment P is equals to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 into minus 0.30, right? So P is equals to 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb into meter. But here this is minus, so we can say that this electric dipole moment is in the negative direction, right? So the direction is towards z-axis, right? So here negative says the direction of electric dipole moment is in negative z-axis. You have to write this. Okay, again here QA, QB distance, RA and RB given. We have to find out the total charge. So here QA and QB, the magnitude is same, but see here QA is positive and QB is negative. So total charge is 0. We have to find out the electric dipole moment. So we know the formula P is equals to Q into 2A. So here Q 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 into 2A RA minus RB. So 0 0 minus 0.15 minus 0 0 0.15. So here P is equals to 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 7 into minus 0.15 minus 0.15. So minus 0.30. So after the calculation you will get electric dipole moment P is equals to 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb into meter, right? Now here the answer is negative, right? But you don't need to here put negative. You have to write the statement like this. Here electric dipole moment is in negative z direction, right? Again I repeat, you have to write statement here the electric dipole moment is in the negative z axis, right? So the direction of electric dipole moment is in negative z axis. Okay, now example number 10, right? Very easy example here. See, example number 10. See, an electric dipole with a dipole moment. So your dipole moment P is given 4 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb into meter. So P 4 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb into meter is aligned at a 30-degree with the direction of a uniform electric field of magnitude 5 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per coulomb. So here theta is given, theta 30 degree, and electric field is given 5 into 10 raised to 4. So E 5 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per coulomb. Calculate the magnitude of torque acting on a dipole. So here we have to find out the magnitude of torque. Now see here friends, we already discussed the equation of torque. Torque tau is equals to Pe sin theta. So simply we have to use this formula. Tau is equals to Pe sin theta. So value of P 4 into 10 raised to minus 9. Value of E 5 into 10 raised to 4 into sin 30. Right. So here 5 into 4 20 into 10 raised to minus 9 plus 4, that means minus 5. Value of sin 30 is 1 by 2. So here 10 into 10 raised to minus 5. So we will get 10 raised to minus 4. So the torque is 10 raised to minus 4 Newton into meter. Right. So the answer of torque is 10 raised to minus 4 Newton into meter. Right. So again here electric dipole moment is given, electric field is given, angle theta is given. We have to find out torque. So tau is equals to P sin theta, where theta is 30 degree. So we put the values of P, E and sin 30. So we will get value of torque tau is equals to 10 raised to minus 4 Newton into meter. Okay, thank you.